Hi, welcome. I'm Mr. Sissoko. Today we are going to see together the new function we'll be publishing on Facebook and YouTube is the validation mode, which will be allow you to validate your field. Example: this is a field where we insert the product, like the burgers or whatever product you have. For this example, I took a garment. Okay, so here we have several fields. So how to validate those fields quickly and save it to your table without any error occurring. Okay, so let me show you an easy example. From here, I can find anything uh, I want to find a computer. Okay, so if I click on the computer, I will see the detail of the computer I can find, and I can also modify. Okay, I will change the price here to 325 and save it. The data has been saved successfully. So if you click again, we see the new data on the form. So how to validate and how to save on any form. First, this combo box after update. This combo box is filling all those fields. We show you an example last time. Uh, let's go to the form. Okay, close here. So here is the subform. Okay, so this is the combo box on after update. Let me push a little bit. Okay, after update on the combo box, you see that we are calling a function, not a function, a code, which will be filling all the field because we give the name x1 to each field. Okay, so all the field in our form has x1 on the left side. So we say any field has x1, so just take the name and find the correspondent in the table and collect the data, put it in the form. Okay, this is called a reset image. That means put the default image. If we find the image of the product, just put the image. If you don't find the image, we reset the image. Okay, edit option is the value. Edit option is this field here, edit option. So if I after update, if I select a product, the product ID will be here. So we will know that this save button is going to trigger an edit save. That means there is already a product on this form which already exists in the table. So that's why this up edit value will be different from 0. So if the value of this field edit is different from 0, the code save know that we are going to resave an information, not a new information. So if it is a new, how we click this plus button here, it will empty all those fields, then put this value to 0 to let this save button know that we are saving a new value. Okay, that's the technique. Okay, let's go back to the combo box. So here is the combo box. We just set a global arrays, which is a function we provide the function last time in the global mode. We have a global arrays. We just give a record set to this function. Then we work with that record set. Simple and clear. Okay. So this is the after update of the combo box. So we fill all the information here. Okay. Now, if we see the save button also, the save button here, okay, we go to the save button, we click on the save button. We see that we have also a psave function here, which will be saving all our data according to the same x1 on the left of the field. As you see, if I click this one, you see that it is x1 ref. Okay, this one is x1 description. So you can also change that. You don't need to put x1 here. We can use a tag. Okay, the tag is now other. Okay, see the tag. I can select multiple field here. So I put all the tag to x1 if I want. So I don't need anymore to put the x1 on the field name of the field. So you can put x1 on the tag and play with that. Okay, if that's easy for you. Okay, now the psave is working fine since any data on any field according to x1, this psave the function is here also. We go to global mode, we find the Psave. So here is a Psave. It is the same technique with the combo box. We just call a global rs. If it is edit mode, this code will be run. If it is new, if the up edit is a 0, that means the rs should add new. Then we take only field from the form which has x1 on the left side, the corresponding field in the table, we save it. Simple, clear, and easy to understand. Then we set the temp bar. There is a temp bar called a last ID. Okay, so we set the value of the last modified record. Then we say message box, well saved. Rest close. Simple, clear, and fast. Okay. So let's go back to the function to save button code. So here's the button for the save button, the code for the save button. Sorry, cb prod route source. That means we set back the route source of our combo box to table and carry, and then we fill the combo box with this function fill object, which also is in the global mode. Okay, you can go to the global mode. We will find this fill object. Okay, now let's talk about the validation. Okay, this part we validate all those fields only with this code. This first one here is to clear. So we need to clear a collection. Since the function psave is using a collection, the hidden collection, so we need to clear the collection before we click on the button save first. So the first thing the button save should do is to clear the collection. Each time the user click on the save button, so the system will be clearing this collection to start over, to start new job. Okay, since we have several jobs here, all those jobs will be saved in the collection to let the code work on it and see which field has error and display it. Okay, so this is the field x1 description. So if the x1, the function validate say, please give me the field which one you want to validate. This is this part. In which form the field is in, is me this form. Okay, not form.name but me.form. Okay, text here there are so many things. So if I put the comma here, let me remove that. Greater than. Okay, let me remove this comma. So you will see that oh, sorry, I removed the form name. Let's okay, let's move this one on. If I put comma here, you will see that the enumeration, okay, of the what is able to apply on the field. So we said field value, okay, text field value must be greater than, okay, must be greater than, okay, len, the len must be greater than 2. That means the description, you should type something in the description. If the len of the description is less than a number you are saying, now like we say here 3, this the 3 is here, then we said error. Okay, if I type something in the description which is less than 3 characters long, the validation will scream on me. You say, okay, you need to save to put at least 3 characters. Okay, so the next field is PR in the buying the purchase price here. So if we said if the purchase price number numeric field must be greater than 0, you should enter a value, not a 0 value. Okay, the PR out also here, we say the PR out numeric field must be greater than the purchase price minus 1. That means it must be greater than the price. Okay, so if you said greater than this price, that means it cannot be the same price. In some case, the buying price and the selling price may be the same because you just want to sold out. Okay, so that's why we said minus 1 to let you type the same value in the PR in and the PR out. So here the field greater than must be x1, the field name in my form minus 1 with any value. Okay, this is x1 category numeric value is greater than 0. That means the combo box also is a numeric. The combo box also is a numeric value and need to put a value on it to let is a numeric value to compare the numeric value of the combo box. Okay, let me explain. So in the validation, we see that all the fields are the dates are numeric, the numeric field are also numeric, the combo box are numeric. Okay, so those three are numeric. Only the text box length we should check it. So we check the length of the text box. If it's a text box, we check the length. If it is a field, any kind of field, combo box, numeric field, or date, they are all numeric. If you check very well in the documentation of Visual Basic or Access, we see that they are all numeric because they can be calculated. You can say date, yesterday date minus the date of today. So you get some results. Okay, that means there is so many objects, but they are all same. Okay, in Access. That's why we refer this build this function. We think very well to check whatever is possible to validate. So we put it in it in this validation. So we just say B. Okay, the B, maybe you want to ask why this B, because this return a false or true value. Okay, so just put B here, any B. Okay, any of this B is false, the function will run out this part here. Okay, we're going to explain later. So now we are showing that the combo box, the date, the numeric value, they are all filled. They are all numeric value greater than we put the value. So that means if the category also is not selected here, if they don't select any category, so the field by default will be 0. Right? So here is the part where you can call each field. Okay, so if I want to validate more, like this field, we say greater than 0, then maybe less than 10,000. So we can put another comma here. You see that we have another enumeration we can choose from it. You can say, okay, less than, okay, less than 10,000. The quantity, the price must be greater than 0 and less than 10,000. It's possible. So you just put less than, then you put the value after the comma again. So it's possible. This function is handling two type, okay, two part of the function. You can validate twice in a single field without creating another line. If not, that is not enough, you can also put here a line here, then copy this one, pass here, and change this enumeration value to apply to the same field. That is possible. Okay, so for now we put just one validation type on it. So here we said if we are in edit mode, okay, we are in edit mode, sorry, we are in the save mode, the new item 0, and then the ref is different from x1. That's mean if the ref 0 is hidden, is a hidden field, we hide it, ref 0 here. Okay, it's hidden. So if we click this combo after update, then we put the reference of this combo box here. If you change the reference sorry, of the product with another reference which exists in the database, so this part will lock you down. You say no, sorry, this one. Okay, you say now, you see the validation here also, we say the same x1 function, because this kind of validation cannot be here on the top. Why? Because if it is new record, it is another type of validation. If it is edit record, it's another type of validation. Just think about it. Okay, so you will understand why we put this validation specifically on this part here on the x1 reference to check the duplicate value. So we say you see here, you say text length must be greater than 2. Okay, the length of the reference must be greater than 2, cannot be null. Okay, we say text field must be unique in SQL syntax. Which is SQL syntax? The next data you type. This is the SQL syntax. So you can say select ID from, we just give it SQL. The function will use this SQL to create a global arrays and count the record, the number of the record found in the table, which equal to the value in the xref. So if that is also greater than 0, it will say no, you make a mistake, there is duplicate in this function. So current data, this is the database. So if you remove this, you can see the database, list of the database. So I say just current database. Okay. So here is a edit mode, because since this is 0 is new record, we type here new record. Okay, this is edit mode. So if we edit, so you need to check whether there is information on the those two fields or not. Okay, this is just a prevention of duplicate value. So after we validate all our field here or here, we type our validation. This B you can change to any number, any kind of text. Just by default we are using B as boolean. Okay, if validation checkpoint is false, then exit sub. If any of these are false, okay, the system will go check. This validation check is also a function, okay, call it, which will be go and catch up this collection here and check it why there is a validation problem. Okay, if any false on the list of the collection here, because each validation will be stored in the collection, so the system will check if any of those line in the collection has a false value, then exit sub, there is a problem. Okay, so here is a errors box visible false. That means if there is no validation problem, so please make this error box. This is the error. Let me show you the error box. See, this is a small box here will go around any field where there is a problem. We're going to see all this in detail later. Okay, we please hide this red box. Okay, then if there is no problem, we have this point, then we start saving our data. Okay, you see that is very simple, very short code, and then everything is clear. So let's create a new product. Okay, so let me remove this timer again. The timer make me tired. The timer for this company name moving here. Okay, let me design and close it. Okay, now we click new record. Okay, we put let's check we try to duplicate. Okay, item reference, we say 09. Okay, 09 09, we say the MacBook. Okay, sorry, PC, computer, PC. Okay, you need pieces. Stock alerts, maybe 10 pieces if the stock is under 10 pieces. So give me the list of all items with stock under. Put this item on the list of item under what you call under 10 stock under 10 pieces. Okay, so let me put here a new quantity, a new category. I click here. Okay, I say Apple. Then I save. There is a code behind this form. You can check the code to see how we create new and set it directly here. Save. Then if you close, we see directly Apple come to here. So you just check this code under the cap F, the form named CATF. Okay. So here I type some few information, then I try to save the information. Okay. As you see, while saving, the x1 xref contain a duplicative value. Okay, select ID from item table where reference is 09. There is a duplicate with this. So you see the small red box jump to this field to show me there is a problem here first. Please try to solve this problem. Okay, I say no problem. I put 199. Okay, so we try to save again. We say error x1, the x1 peer in value must be greater than 0. So we need to put a value here also. So we say okay, the MacBook is expensive. Let's put this one. So selling price. So if I try to save, okay, the same problem happen. You see that 325,000 minus 1 is 324,999. So it must be same value or greater. Okay. So we say 500,000, which is $1,000. Okay. So we finished validating the function, the form. So we can type here the note about Apple MacBook. Okay. So we say save. So while we click save, it will also go and check the notes, whatever you need to check for the last time. Then if you click on the next time, it will go and save. So you see, as you see, the data has been successfully saved. So the validation make the red box hidden. Again, go on the side. If you click here, we see the item we just saved to let you know which item you already saved, and then you can see your list here appearing here. You can check whether it's correct or not. You can check it. So now there is no picture. I can click on this button here to put on picture because the picture is not obligation. Okay, you can save a product without a picture. That's why the validation didn't check because it didn't put any name on the validation. Okay, so let's say for EMG, and then we took this MacBook here. So then we save it. Okay, so if you click, the Mac is here. So as you see, the validation function is working fine. You can use it under any form. For the next update, we will be showing you another technique with the form, unbound form, and subform. They are both unbound. So how we save the data. Okay, so it's not so fast because we have less time now those days to make it finish faster. So here is the function validation. You can check it. You can find it in internet, okay, in YouTube or Facebook. Download, manipulate the code, and try to implement. Okay, for those who having problem with the session F here, because while they want to open this session F, there is something asking them to say, okay, just comment this page, okay, just put this, comment the page. So you go. So the form will not be opened on the right side, it will be on the middle. Okay, so that's why, because some people are using 64 bytes, that's causing problem, very position problem. So that's why the system is screaming. That was the point on that side. So now we added few things also inside. Sorry, before we go, let me show you here item data. No, item table. We add new field called SBC up. So if your table of side menu 5 has no SBC up, so you are going to enter an error again. You will not understand why where the error comes from, because we added new field here. Okay, so that's the point. Now let's go to the point of sale here. So if I click on the point of sale, so we have modified few things here. Okay, so now if we have a invoice, we can also pay and we can also divide. Okay, like example, we added a search function also. If you want to search item, like example, the menu here, I want to click on the menu, but I don't have a touch screen. I just simply have a mouse and a keyboard. So how to trigger this pizza with a 04 or this wrap with a 03? So here in the combo box on the top left side, we simply said plus, okay, 04. We enter. So we will see the system will trigger this pizza menu for us. And then it does something else. Okay, you see pizza panizza, if under parentheses there is a code number 42. That means if you don't have touch screen, please type 42 on the keyboard to select this item. I type 42 on the combo box. You see that we collected, pick up this pizza ran from here. So if I want to pick up also this one, the same pizza chicken curry, so I say 53 to show the list, the item 53. But if I click on the menu, there is no item number on this side here. So please just go and see the code behind the show item code, the function show item. We just put few modification there, so you can see why. If we take the shortcut on the keyboard, we will see the item number. But if you click on touch screen, the system knows that you are using touch screen or mouse, so it will not show you the item number here, the item reference number. So it's the same. So now, how about if I want to pick up another menu or a product which I even don't know in which menu it is in it? So like I said, okay, the Coca-Cola or the chicken is where? I don't know which menu, so I cannot directly know about it. So I want to be faster also, like a touch screen, and trigger this extra menu here. So we don't do that. We simply added a new search function which will be double slash, okay, and then we say poulet, chicken, okay, in French. So we see that any product with the name of chicken will be showing here, and then also the item reference number. If I want to choose 31, just type 31, it will add 31. If I want to search, okay, example, the menu for kids. Okay, it said there is no kid menu for kid. Okay, let's say enfant, maybe in French. Okay, so we see that there is a few menu for kid. Okay, we said okay 75 and then 73. Okay, very easy for those who do not have a touch screen. With simply keyboard, they can do whatever they can do. Okay, so here let me show you another things we build in it, the checkout. Okay, if we click checkout, what will happen? We will see another form pop up here. We can also, on the right side here, we can select a few items and pay them uniquely, because there are few people coming in our restaurant. Each of them want to pay their invoice. Okay, they want to pay the bill alone, not pay the bill for the orders. Okay, now, so let me example show you the 75 here. Let me make a 75 again. Okay, 75. Okay, maybe there is 4 times 75 this kit box here. So we want to check out. We click check out. We see the 4 here. So they say no, I will pay for 2 menu for kids. The other guy will pay 2. Okay, how we divide this? We click on the 4. So we see that there is a split quantity menu here. We can say 2. Okay, and say 1 here. The system will split 2, then split 1, then make it how many pieces you want. So for this example, I just want to divide by 2, and then we say split. Okay, if we close, you see that the 2 is on the top here, another 2 is on the bottom here. So I can select this one for this guy and select this one also, okay, and the last one. So those 3 belong to the first guy. So it is 20,650. So we say, okay, we receive 25,000 from him. So here is just directly, if you click one time, I get 10,000. Okay. So if I say 25,000, you see that on the menu behind, you see only thing I selected here, they are also selected on the yellow one. Okay. So this is touch screen to make you very fast. You can divide invoice, you can select each one, and then we pay, we confirm. So the system will create a new invoice number here on the top, but that new invoice number will not be visible in your form. because it will be paid and sent to the system. So it remain here the the three item the other guy should pay. So if that's also there is another divide, okay, how to say, there is another kind of different payment. So we can also divide these two, and then we say 1, then split. So we have 1 1 1. So we close this guy, then we can select this, and this is 11 12 800. We say 12,000, we receive 12,000, then confirm. So you see that we split the invoice several times. All of them has been paid. So if I want to pay the main invoice now, I just simply see the amount here, and then I say 15,000, and then confirm. So it will be removed. The invoice number 151 will be the last one. So it will be paid out. Okay. So here is the system how to pay. Now we can do the same. I say 001 for new invoice. Okay, 001. Okay, wait a moment. So let's create another item. We click here. We say show you. Okay, few item. Okay, so now I want to do the same thing without a checkout. Clicking checkout here. We can do the same thing here. If I say double dot dot dot, and then the line number here 416 enter, that line will be selected because I don't have how to call a touch screen. Okay, I just have a keyboard, the numeric side of the keyboard. So I just use the numeric side of keyboard to select this line here, and then another line. Okay, I say 464 line also will be selected. So if I paid now you see that the selected item are 7,670. I can pay only this item. Okay, I say okay, 10,000 minus 10,000, enter. So those items already pay out, so they're gone. So the remaining now I can pay also. I said minus 15,000 received from the customer. Okay, so there is a refreshing problem. You need to log out and log in again, but I will check out before send the file to Facebook. Just refresh problem, because here the invoice 154 is not refreshed, it's still on the screen. So if I go out and log in again, there is 154 is not here anymore. Okay, so just refresh, okay, in the code. Maybe we forgot that. Okay, so as you see that we can do many things with the keyboard. Okay, shortcut. The keyboard shortcut is very important for some people. Okay, you can pay anything without even click on the checkout. So what happened if I said I pay now this invoice? If I make this one minus 5,000, what will happen? This system will go and trigger this check button. Okay, in the hidden mode. Then it will set the value of this amount on the temp bar and collect this value also of the invoice in the temp bar and pay it out. So that is the system, how it's working. Because we don't have touch screen, it will not show us the windows of the checkout. It's simply paid out, and it's okay. Great, go. Okay, so if I say 5,000, so please amount, because the amount is less than 5,000, is greater than 5,000. This is 5,310. Okay, I said 10,000. Sorry, minus 10,000. 10,000 minus, and okay. So the refresh problem again happen. Okay, no problem. The refresh problem. So we will be refreshing or call new invoice here. Okay, this is the new system we have added to the POS system. So you can look at the code behind which new code we implemented. So there are few things also we want to explain. So like here, okay, let me show you something here. Very important to let you see. This is CCC 3 times is to clear the selection. If I select few line to pay them separately, and then I say no, don't need again. So I just type CCC, it will clear. Okay. Now these 2 dots to select a line and 1 dot, okay, to collect a invoice, pick up invoice. So this is important to put the one containing 2 dots on the top, okay, of this one. If this line here was under here, is a problem because that part, this part will never run because this will be always running. Okay, so be careful. So the position is sometimes important to know which position, because if you see this one, you put double slash also, the single slash will be printing the invoice. So we just put 1 slash invoice number, we print out before payment. Okay, this double slash is a search. So this double minus is to call to open the payment windows like the touch screen. Okay, you don't need to click on checkout, you can just put double minus, then you go to the checkout windows, payment windows, you put the minus, the amount of the invoice, you pay it. Okay, as you see, we open the payf, which is a touch screen payment mode. We click, we type this on the invoice and then the amount, then this form will be running underground, the temp bar is filled. Okay, so everything is hidden mode, then clear. As you see here, we didn't put any kind of refresh after payment. We need to put refresh here. Okay, immediate carry, or we simply say call the new invoice. Okay, we can add the code here, call the new invoice to replace the first one, the last one. Okay. Okay. So here are those few modifications we want to show. Another one, there is also invoice mode. There is no much inside. This is just to check the get invoice total with the tax, okay? Because he's get param 1047, the param ID 10, the param ID 1047, param table 1047. 1047 is a local tax value, 18% of the tax. So if your local tax is different, so you will be introducing a form to manipulate this param table. We have a form, I think we provided last time. Param sub is here. Okay, you can use that sub form to manage the tax value, okay, which you cannot be greater than 50%, and then the tax can also be 0. Okay, the minimum value can be 0 because maybe there is no tax at all, so you can just put 0 or put the value you wanted. So the form is controlling it can be 0 and then cannot be greater than 50. That is the reason we put 250 here and 0. So the tax is 18. Okay, the local tax. So this is the local tax code. Okay, 1047 in the param. So in the code also, we said get the total of the invoice, okay, from the table, then divide the invoice by the percentage of the tax, and then add to the invoice. That's the only we are doing here. Then this function is running everywhere. If you go to this cell, the function is here. You see the get param, the tax value is here. Get tot invoice, the general invoice is here also. Okay, so if we take the payf here, okay, the touch screen keypad, okay, the tax, you see the same function is running here also. Okay, is running here. Okay, 0, that's mean the all invoice. Okay, if you put 0, that's mean not only the selection, all the invoice. This is 1 mean the selection only, where in the selection the item data, okay, I'll show you item data. Item data, you see selection of also is a new field you need to add to the item data. So if it's 1, the function will go and collect and select all those item with selection ID value 1. So to show you in the current invoice. Okay, this is 1, this is all the value. Okay, anything inside the invoice. Okay, that's all for today. And then maybe next week we are going to provide a new feature, okay, like the invoice, how to insert the purchase invoice and selling invoice. They are all same, just few difference. So we'll be showing you how to manage that one easily and faster. Thank you for your time. Have a nice weekend. Thank you.